Hey YouTube, this is Fsgkillmore, and right now I'm going to show you how to take apart an Xbox 360 controller. Tools you're going to need is a hex screwdriver and a Phillips screwdriver, a tiny Phillips screwdriver. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's tiny. But you're going to need baggies to keep all of the parts in. It's the easiest way to keep parts together with parts, you know. And I'm going to show you how to take apart triggers, bumpers, analog sticks, buttons, Xbox buttons, and I'm going to show you how to take apart the D-pad, which a lot of videos don't show because a lot of people don't know how to take them apart. Okay, first of all, you're going to unscrew all these little screws out of the holes in the bottom of your of your Xbox controller with your hex screwdriver. I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. You can find them on a modded controller, like customizable controller, online websites and stuff. And they're like $10 or so. I think $5, $10. Pretty cheap. I found this one in my stepdad's toolbox, though. So yeah. Okay, first of all, so you're going to use that to take off out all the screws from the bottom of the of the shell of the Xbox controller. Then you're going to take it apart. And the only real reason you need to take the controllers apart is to fix them or solder mods onto them or to paint them. And that's why I took mine apart the other day, and I realized that a lot of people don't know how to take them apart correctly, or don't know how to take them apart at all, let alone correctly. So after you take out all the screws, you're going to pull this apart, and you're going to have the bottom shell and the rest of the top shell and all the components in the controller. So then you're going to I'm going to drag this out, and an easy way to do this is take off the tumblers, which are the things that make it vibrate, and you're just going to pull on them gently, and you're going to pull on the housing of them and not the cords, because if you tear that cord, it's going to take you a while to find replacements for them. So pull this mic plate off, which usually just slides right off, but it's not right now. But why aren't you coming out? Little son of a bitch. There it is. Okay, so now you have the top shell. Well, I have the gummy stuck to it. Okay, so now you have the top shell, which my friend painted, by the way. And you're going to take the bumpers off and the mic plate off, which just slides right off. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to pull, but put those all in a pile. Put the analog sticks in that pile as well, because they do count as a button, I guess. So next thing you're going to do after you do that, you're going to take out your D-pad. And by doing this, you're going to use one of these tiny little Phillips screwdriver. And to do this, if you look down into your D-pad, you're gonna see like a little triangle, or a diamond, sorry, and that across from each other, there's gonna be two screws and a clip. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew the screws in there, and there are tiny little silver screws too, so they're not really all that hard to miss. Pretty easy to see. Sorry, I tightened it pretty tight last time. Had to get it out. And then after you do that, you're gonna just tip it over, and you're gonna get two little tiny screws. Crap. Yeah, right there. And put that in a baggie with the rest of the screws that you pulled out earlier with your hex driver, and then you're gonna stick your screwdriver down into the other side of on opposite, really the opposite side of the screwdrivers or the screws, and you find a little clip. I'm going to show you that again, and it's not that hard to take apart. You can see in there, there's this little, on the part where I didn't unscrew them, there's these little black clips like right here. You're just going to press your screwdriver down into that and press that clip down, just one side really, here, and your D-pad's going to come out like that. So you place that by the buttons part, and so now you have your front shell and your back shell, and then you have your bumpers. You have your bumpers and your mic plate, and then your battery pack, of course, and all your screws. So now from there, if you want to take apart your triggers, they're really hard the first time to take apart, so don't get frustrated. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your screwdriver and see this little branch right here. You're going to move, you can put your screwdriver on this side, on the innermost side of the branch. You're going to push to the side. I'm going to show it you on this one, because I've done this one a lot, so it's a little bit easier. And you're just going to, if you push it to the side and you push it down a little bit, that little branch, let me see if you can see that better. Yeah, and push that to the side. Come on. Push it to the outside part, from the inside to the outside, and this is a little bit hard, and try not to break your chip, your motherboard. And so you're just going to push that aside and push it down that way, that little branch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see these flaps on the side of it. Here, I don't, where are you going to see that? Okay, on the side of it right here, and on the other side right there. And you're just going to put your screwdriver in the front of it like that, and you're going to slide to the side, and you're just going to pull it out. And watch out, because there's a spring in there, and you do not want that to slide out. And you only have to do this to one side, really. Okay, crap, it's gonna piss me off. Okay, so now let me put that back onto there to where you're at that point. Here's the spring that triggers, that's inside the trigger, and then your trigger should be looking like that, just dangling off really. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna pull it to the side and give it like a little twist that way, and there you have it, your trigger. And to put it back on, just do the opposite, just do reverse of that. And putting it back on there is a little bit hard because you have to get the spring back onto both of the spots to where, damn it, to where they go. And usually you put it back into the trigger. See this little knob that it goes on? So your trigger should look like that. And so you're gonna start pushing the trigger back, and as you do this, you're gonna push the spring back onto the white part of it, and use your screwdriver to align the spring onto the little part that holds the spring. And then you're just gonna push that back in, and then you're gonna grab that branch again. And this is the easy part, is putting it back together actually. And then you have your triggers all back assembled and everything. And then that's how to take apart a controller. And then if you do want to put it back together, I will be posting another video on it. And from this point to where you have it right now, opened and everything, you can clean it. Just don't go in there with like some ordinary cleaner and just start cleaning it, alright? Because it will mess up. Unless you're just cleaning the shell, go ahead and use like like glass cleaner or something that won't mess up the plastic in it. And you can clean your analog sticks from there if they look a little dirty. You can clean the D-pad base. You can clean the analog placements, the bases for the analogs. You can clean the bases for all the buttons, and you can clean the bases for your tumblers. And if you did hear that, that was my phone. Sorry, 1 second. You can clean anything inside of this from where it is right now, open. And there you have it. That's how to take apart a controller. If I get enough comments saying that they want to have a video on how to take it apart, or put it back together, sorry, just comment, put it in the comments. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and that's about it. Chris, if you are watching this, I found the extra battery pack if you do want it back for your modded controller that I sold you a couple weeks ago. Sorry. Just if you do want it back, just comment me or whatever, text me or something. But I will get, if you do have enough comments about putting it back together, tell me. There are ways to switch out the LEDs for the Xbox button. There's ways to put mods on there, and you have to like unsolder crap and solder crap, and it's just a long process. I will not be doing videos on that. So I don't care the amount of comments you put back on here. I will not do a video on it. It's too, I wouldn't say too complicated, but it is very complicated, and it's hard to tell you exactly where to put your solder and where to take off solder and whatnot. So thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.